So thank you for tuning in again. I'm Inspired Grizel, and on here we inspire you to within you to be the best version of you that you were created to be, that God is calling you out to be. Get content on love, relationship, worship, a few DIYs here and there, but truly, truly amazing content on here. Thank you so much for all our returning subscribers. And if you're yet to subscribe, please go ahead and do so. You will truly be blessed on here. So today I'm coming again with an inspirational one and an encouragement to someone. And this encouragement is from the life of Joseph, right? If you bear with me, let's quickly read, then I'll share with us what I want us to take from this. So just a quick background: Joseph was sold by his brothers into slavery, right? And by the mercies of God, he didn't die in the pit. They brought him out and then they sold him as a slave, and then where as a slave he found favor. God was still with him no matter all these hard situations he was going through. And in that house again he found favor, but the favor was too much that the wife of the owner of the house was also in love with him, right? And she, of course, he would have easily been seduced by her, but he feared God. And because he refused to sin, again he got into more trouble and he went to jail. And while there, the hand of God was still with him, and he was interpreting dreams for people. And now this is the lesson. Now I gave you all this background because this is an encouragement for someone. You're going through a season and a phase that it looks so tough. You're wondering, God, why me? I've been there. Sometimes I ask that question. I think I even asked God today, why? So it's an encouragement both for me and for you. All right. Moving forward. So Genesis 40, verse from verse 1, it says, and it came to pass after things that the butler of the king of Egypt and his baker had offended the Lord the king. Now, and Pharaoh was wroth against two of his officers, against the chief butler and against the chief baker. And they dreamed a dream, both of them, each man his dream in one night, each man according to the interpretation of his dream, the butler and the baker of the king, which were both in prison. So Joseph was in prison, and these people came and met him. Now understand this: nothing we're going through takes God by surprise. We are surprised, but God is Abba, He's Alpha. He knows what's going on. It only surprises us, but not Him. And that's why we need to spend time talking to Him rather than every other person, right? And the chief butler told his dream to Joseph and said to him, in my dream, behold, a vine was before me. Yet within 3 days shall Pharaoh lift up thine head and restore thee unto thy palace, and thou shalt deliver Pharaoh's cup into his hands after the former manner which thou wast his butler. So Joseph told him, this is the meaning of your dream. And it came to pass the third day, which was Pharaoh's birthday, that he made a feast unto all his servants, and lifted up the head of the chief butler and the chief baker among the servants. He restored the chief butler unto his butlership again, and he gave the cup into Pharaoh's hand. Now this is where we end. Yet did not the chief butler remember Joseph, but forget him. So after Joseph did the interpretation for him, he was restored to his position again. He went back to honor, and he forgot Joseph. Now see, you've been doing good to people, and it feels like every other person has forgotten you. Now I want to encourage you by this: see, your seed will not die. God says, what? I will not forget your labor of love. The interpretation Joseph did here was a labor of love. He was going through a season, and I want to believe he was asking God, please send me my own dream that will show that I'm getting out of this. But instead of his dream to come, God was showing other people things, and he was interpreting for them. It looks like a hard situation. First, you've gone through this series of bad things happening to you. And even the people you've been of help to, they don't seem to remember you. Be still and know that He's God. This is my encouragement for you. The Bible says, what? The butler forgot about Joseph. But there was a day that Joseph came to his remembrance. Because see, the butler might have forgotten Joseph, but what Joseph had was in him. He had what it takes to interpret dreams. And people are always going to be dreaming. So long as you and I were on this earth, people are always going to be dreaming. So yes, someday that thing that you have is going to be needed. If the people that are around you, they are not able to recognize it or celebrate it, it's okay. Like take Elizabeth say, your day go break, your sun go shine. It's gonna happen for you, but you have to keep your focus on God. And this day, it wasn't just the butler. The butler was an employee. Now it's the boss himself having a dream, and then the dream was troublesome. And then the butler remember, hey, I was in this situation before, and this person saw me through. So see, forgive them for their temporary amnesia, right? Forgive them for forgetting about what you've done for them. That's okay. It's God that puts people in remembrance. You remember the story of Mordecai, right? There was a night that the book of remembrance was open. That gifting that people seem to ignore and that you used to help them in the past, it's okay. Keep nursing it, keep harnessing it, and it will come out. And on this day when Pharaoh dreamt, the butler was like, hey, I remember this guy in prison. And the king said, bring him. And he interpreted the dream top notch. And the king said, who else but you to be in charge? So the same person that he had ignored him, he became boss even to that person. So I'm encouraging you, no matter the season you're going through, no matter how it seems like people have forgotten you or people don't seem to value what you have, it's okay. God gave it to you, and God knows how He'll bring the best out of it. So I really hope that you just take some minute, ponder on the life of Joseph, and be encouraged. All right, that's all I came to share with someone today. If this has been a blessing and you know someone that is going to bless, do me well to share with them. Thank you so much, and God bless you.